Hello guys, as well as DFS Army back with another video. Gonna be going over the PrizePicks NFL Week 16 slate. We're heading into the part of the season where we have games on different days now. So actually, I'm gonna have 4 picks for this video, and they are going to be plays for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. They're scattered like across those 3 days. So digging into it, the first one, actually, 2 of them will be on for Saturday, so December 23rd here, and they're gonna be from the Bills and Chargers game. The first one, I like actually 3 different lines for Josh Palmer here. So receptions, receiving yards, and targets, all 3 of these I like the more. So I would say right now Palmer's receptions is the one that I want to take first because it's minus 150 on DraftKings. And then his receiving yards line is at 39.5. So these two can bump. And then his receiving targets, this one, it should have more shelf life. So I would play these two first. I'm going to go with receptions if you want to pick one out of these 3. This would be my favorite just because it's minus 150. But I do like his receiving yards pretty much, or maybe a little bit less just because of how the odds are, but he is someone that can get over 38.5 receiving yards on less than 3.5 catches. So that's why I can see how this one hits and maybe this one doesn't. But at minus 150, I'm going to be going with this one for the video. And the Chargers are going to be without Keenan Allen again. They're also without Justin Herbert. So it's going to be Easton Stick throwing the ball. And Palmer, I wasn't a fan of last game because it was his first game back in I think a month, and just didn't have any idea of how many snaps he was going to play. Brandon Staley now fired. He said I think it was somewhere around like 60%, or he just made it clear that he wasn't going to play his usual allotment of snaps. But now we saw that he played 72% in his first game back, and that was a game that was an embarrassment on Thursday Night Football 2 Thursdays ago. And Palmer got there on a broken play. He got like was it like a 70-yard touchdown or something crazy because the defense just miscommunicated, left him wide open, and he walked in for a touchdown. This time, they probably are going to be trailing again, but the good thing is the Chargers are going to be at home, and typically teams are going to be more motivated after a loss like that, and especially when your coach gets fired. So Palmer, Chargers are going to be 12.5 home dogs here. Hopefully being at home means that they're not going to get completely blown out. So Palmer can play, I would say 80+% of the snaps, and he is kind of up there as the #1 receiving option now without Keenan Allen. So I like this. I like the receiving yards, targets, all of that. Yeah, so this one's going to be the favorite play for this video. And then from the other side, we're going to completion percentage with Josh Allen taking the less than on 71.6%. So Buffalo, they are on the other side of the ball here. They are 12.5 road favorites, so they probably don't have to throw the ball a ton. We actually saw Josh Allen only attempt 15 passes last week against the Cowboys. Now, I don't think you can really expect any quarterback to only throw 15 passes, but that's just how the game flow went. And this one, the Bills should win this game pretty easily again, but I have to expect that he's gonna throw more than 15 times. His lines currently are passes attempted line is at 31.5 on DraftKings, while completions are at 22.5, and that's actually how they're setting this line. They basically just divide those two numbers, and which is 71.4. So I don't know why they put 71.6, but I mean, if you're looking at just directly the book lines, if he goes 22.5 over 31.5, now, yes, I know he can't go zero point 0.5 passes, but that divided is 71.4, which actually is under this number. So he can be very accurate and still hit the under here. And Josh Allen is not a quarterback that typically checks down, throws a lot of short passes. So he takes some shots, and when that's the case, then of course your chances of completing passes are just going to be lower than someone who has who throws shorter passes. So Josh Allen here, he's a career 63.1% pass completion guy. So this is pretty high compared to what he usually does. Now the Chargers are not a great defense, so you can say that things are going to be easier for him. But I mean, last game he was 7 for 15. Small sample size again, but he still is willing to take shots. It's like, oh, the Bills, they're up, so then let's just try to take some deep shots, see if we can connect on a long one. So, 71.6, it's just a bit high for a guy like Josh Allen. We've seen what his completion percentage typically is throughout his career, and this one just is kind of high. It's just what it is. So I like the under here. And on to the third one, it is going to be Brandon Aiyuk over more than 61.5 receiving yards on the more here. So they are the 49ers, they're playing on Monday, actually Christmas Day, and they're taking on Ravens. Now the 49ers are just like, I mean, they blow everyone out right now, but they are 6-point home favorites, so hopefully the Ravens can keep this one somewhat close, and that way the Niners aren't just running the ball the whole second half. But Brandon Aiyuk, this game, the Ravens, they are, I would say they pose a bigger challenge than some of these opponents that the Niners have had to face in recent weeks. And the past opponents have ran a lot of zone coverage, which is something we target for Deebo Samuel because Deebo's just kind of the zone killer. And then when they go man, Aiyuk is the guy. Now the Ravens, they do run a majority of zone defense, but they aren't as insane as some of the other teams like the Seahawks that they've played in the past. And so when that happens, it's kind of like a flow chart now. That's not going to be 100% of the time. That's going to be how it happens. But Aiyuk, 61.5 receiving yards against a team that plays a bit more man than their past opponents, which typically we see Aiyuk have more success there than Deebo Samuel. And then the Ravens, they are pretty good at stopping tight ends. So then that kind of limits George Kittle as well. So that's another plus here for Aiyuk. Currently, DraftKings has him at 63.5 line, so we're getting just 2 yards of value here. But that is, any value is always good. And they still gotta score if it does get to a blowout. So hopefully it is Aiyuk here instead of CMC breaking like long runs or something. But yeah, this one I'm gonna be the third play, and then the fourth one. I mean, we can't escape this touchdown combo category, can we? Typically, we do get some good ones here. This week, we are going to go with this one. There are a few that are kind of maybe interesting, but I think this is going to be my favorite one. So Sam Laporta plus TJ Hawkinson for the more. This game has a 47.5 total, which is the second highest on the slate, only behind Dallas and Miami. And that one could come down if Tyreek Hill isn't able to play. He probably does play, so still 47.5 is a very good total. The Lions are 3-point road favorites, so 3-point spread should be a close one. Both teams should have to throw. Now, hopefully that's how the game plays out. But these two tight ends, they're two of the better tight ends in the league. And Justin Jefferson, his presence does help open up TJ Hawkinson. So yes, maybe you see less targets for Hawk, but you're going to see better quality ones. And we know defenses are going to focus on Jefferson. Clearly, he's the top receiver. But in the end zone, this is where Hawkinson does make his move. And then on the other side, you have Laporta, where the Lions are favored for 3 touchdowns. So very good chance that Laporta can get at least one of those. The Lions, they do look for Laporta. Teams usually do utilize their tight end a whole lot. And these two, they're some of the better ones in the league. So I really like this one. The total, the spread, everything. So that's going to be the fourth play for this video. Going to go with Palmer. Whatever his lines, if one gets bumped, take the other one. A lot of options for Josh Palmer here. And then Josh Allen, less than 71.6 completion percentage. Brandon Aiyuk, more than 61.5 receiving yards. And then Sam Laporta plus TJ Hawkinson, more than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. So those are going to be the 4 plays for this video. I actually have quite a few other plays. Also NBA, we do have a big slate for the Saturday, December 23rd slate before Christmas Eve. So a lot of those plays have been posted in DFS Army Discord. We hit on a lot of good plays last week. If you guys missed that, Underdog, we hit 10 of 10, all 10 plays that we did post on Saturday night. So huge day, huge week for Week 15 NFL on Underdog last week. Pretty good with NBA today with the Mavericks Valley. Just a whole lot of plays that popped up. So killing it, crushing it in the Discord. Hopefully you guys do join, come along for the ride, making money. It's just a great place to be. So If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like before you go. Subscribe to check us out on our website. All the links, all the goodies are in the link in the description below. So good luck on this Week 16 NFL slate. Merry Christmas if you do celebrate, and happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.